Hello everybody, Electric for Life here, bringing us a brand new video today. We got a response video, kinda sorta, to CapG, who did a video on the 4th of July about, well, his issues with the game at the moment and how he thinks that Yu-Gi-Oh! Is effectively dead in 2020. Now, two things. First and foremost, you're going to notice that I have Monster Hunter gameplay in the background for some reason. Okay, so this is old gameplay. I have no idea what else to put in the background of this video. CapG just had still images throughout the majority of his video, and I don't want to be that boring, so we're going to have some Monster Hunter gameplay. If you don't want to watch it, go ahead and tab out, and I don't know, do whatever, play RuneScape, whatever you want to do, in an alternate tab, and all that. And the other thing, this is a sort of response to his video. It's really more of a offering my opinions and thoughts on the current situation. If you want, we can kind of consider it a response video. I'm going to kind of talk about his points a little bit. But, however, you don't need to watch his video. If you want, you can. I'm going to leave a link down below in the comments. So, you know, go check that out. But, basically, I just want to kind of get my frustrations out and my own thoughts and opinions on this, because it is a conversation and topic that I've been thinking about for a while, but never really knew how to converse about it until I saw this, and it just really got me so mad that I just had to talk about it. So CapG, as I said, he talked about a video, he made a video where he basically talked about how Yu-Gi-Oh! Is dead in 2020. His three main points are that there's no tournaments going on. You know, there's a few places where locals have opened back up, but very few. Regionals, YCSs and Worlds and all that fun stuff has been canceled, which sucks. And then the other two main points, they all kind of flow together, as he is a meta player. He does occasionally play low tier decks, like for instance Dragon Maid and stuff. Like, that's a big one that he really likes, that he mentions every now and then. But however, he is primarily a meta game player, and I think most of the big Yu-Gi tubers are. It's just a given that the meta mindset people care about way more than they do the non-meta mindset. Like, just look at my channel. I started my channel a month before SEMO, and he has not even quadruple, more like quadrillion the size of my channel. So, because he's just such a meta game player and I'm not. So, there's not really much I can do about it, but hey, whatever. The two main points that he really brought up, other than the tournaments, is that the metagame is trash, which kind of goes hand in hand with Konami not doing a ban list, and that the metagame is going to get even worse thanks to the upcoming releases of the Numeron cards and Dragoon, which, yeah, that's something that we're going to have to deal with when it comes. But here's my thoughts on this, okay? First and foremost, in regards to the no tournaments thing, I can't really speak on that very much. I'm going to be 100% honest. I have not been able to go to a tournament in like a year and a half, if not even longer. I almost went to a regional back in like October-ish, but as you guys know, at least the people who have been following my channel for a long while, I was in the roughest 2 semesters of college that I could possibly have, because going to be a teacher and had practicum, where basically I was being a teacher for free, okay, in order to get practice and eventually become a teacher later on. And during those 2 semesters, so 6 months roughly, give or take, maybe even more, really, honestly, I had no free time. I was going to school every day, and on the weekends I was going to work, and I had like no money. I had to constantly focus on just school and work, school and work. My channel dipped tremendously because just not able to have time to really even make videos and play video games and relax. It was school and work, school and work, school and work, and all that fun stuff. So I can't speak on tournaments. But what I can speak on is that, because I still follow the meta and see what's going on, is that the metagame has been trashed for a long while. I'm going to be 100% honest. No one wants to admit it, but it is true. Ever since Vrains came out, and heck, even before then, I would argue we have not had a truly good meta game since freaking Zodiac came out. Okay? Because Zodiac came out, totally screwed over everything, was a tier 0 deck, if not borderline tier 0. And then they remained a borderline tier 0 deck even throughout like the early Vrains months until they finally got hit. And then after that, how many OTKs and FTKs and insta-locks and all that bullcrap did we have throughout the entire Vrains era? Like, good lord, there were so many I lost track. You know, there was Goki, OTK, FTK, there was freaking all these other like locks and everything. I'm doing this unscripted because I just really need to rant and ramble, but you guys know how bad the freaking metagame has been in the past few years. And it's kind of a given. And this is something that I have been dealing with and complaining about for the past few years as a non-meta player. It's really obnoxious when every game can be decided before I even get a chance to play. You know, and yes, I know that's my problem because I don't want to play the meta. Yeah, well, I don't like playing meta, partly because of the fact that the deck has a time limit. Either it's A, going to get screwed over and overrolled by another better deck later on, or it's going to get banned due to Oblivion. And then, oh hey, those expensive cards you just spent like $300 to get and everything, now they're worthless, you know? I would love to play Eldritch. I really like the playstyle of the actual archetype, not the you know, combo deck or anything. I like playing actual Eldritch with the trap monsters and all that fun stuff, and actually, you know, focusing on being a control deck. But I am not chugging out $300 for 3 copies of Eldritch the Golden Lord, and then some for everything else in the deck, only for it to get banned, and then, oh, hey, now Eldritch is a $10 card that no one wants or cares about. So, that is the personal problem with me, but, however, I won't lie. Seeing people like CapG complain about it is kind of cathartic, because, oh, hey, now the meta players get to have a little bit of a taste of their own medicine, so to speak. Because the game is so bad right now, if you're playing meta, that you might as well just show each other's hands. Oh, hey, do you have any responses? No? Okay, I win. Let's go into game 2. And because of that, and because of the fact that we have no tournaments, why care about it? That's my question. Why care about it? Why play meta? And heck, in that general speaking, why play the meta if it makes you mad or hate the game in general? You know? I've tried playing high-tier decks. I've tried playing meta decks, but it makes me hate the game. And I've noticed that it is like that with so many people. But they keep doing it because they think that's the only way to play the game, or because that's the right way to play the game. I can't tell you how many times I have heard that from people. Oh, hey, you don't play meta? Oh, you're not playing the game right. You're not playing the game right. You're not enjoying the game correctly. Don't tell me what I enjoy and what I don't enjoy. Okay? But I can see it from a mile away when people have grown to hate the game because of the meta. It happened to me. It's happened to all my friends. And they won't admit it. Because not one of them want to. Or because they think that they have to play the meta. I'll never forget this one time when one of my friends, it was back during Cosmo format. It was, I think, the 2 meta decks was, actually no, I think there was 3. I could be getting this wrong because it was so many years, but there was like 3 meta decks: Cosmo, Burning Abyss, and oh god, what was the third one? Cosmo, Burning Abyss, and I want to say Infernoid. I'm probably wrong about that, but it's been so long, I digress. And he was playing Cosmo, and he hates Cosmo. He hated it. He hated playing the deck. He hated it with a passion, and yet he was playing it. And he looked so bored throughout it. And I go, dude, why are you playing the deck if you hate it that much? And he goes, because it's the best meta deck. And I'm like, well, there's 2 others you can choose from. And he goes, well, this is the best one out of the 3. I hate it, but I'm going to play it. And it's that mindset that makes people hate this game even more. And I don't get why you would subject yourself to that torment. You know, one of my big personal things with this channel is that I really like to try and make a crappy, low-tier deck something special. You know, even if it's not anything high-tier or amazing, I want to take a crappy deck like, I don't know, Cubic. A deck that most people would write off and not care about for until it gets something absolutely broken, if it ever does. And then it becomes meta. But I like to take decks like that that are almost there, that are so close, and try and make them as best as I can to try and be able to enjoy this game. Because I personally can't stand the meta. And why play something that you don't want to, that you don't get any enjoyment out of? So I ask this to CapG and any other meta player. If you hate the meta right now, try another deck. Why not try another deck? Okay, now CapG says he likes Dragon Maids. Okay, cool. Maybe also try Gladiator Beasts. They're a lot like Dragon Maid. They're better. I'll be 100% honest. I love Dragon Maid. I want to build it, but I'm not. It's expensive. It's ridiculously expensive. You know, the game has a lot of problems, and the expensive issue is like the biggest one for me personally. There's no reason a tier 4 deck like Dragon Maid should be well over $100. I digress though. You know, so why not pick up a tier 2 deck, a tier 3 deck, heck, even a non-tier deck. Try and do something. Have fun. Be creative. Most meta players I've seen just copy whatever somebody else did for them and makes it, and just says, oh yeah, this is what this guy played, so I'm going to do what he did, and then I am going to expect to get the same results. Too many times I have seen that. It honestly almost makes me hate doing deck profiles, but I want to be able to give people ideas, to be able to see that, hey, this deck isn't that bad. This deck is actually pretty cool. This deck can actually do something kind of awesome. You know, like the Goki Codebreaker deck profile I did recently. That deck is awesome. It's fun. It's cool. It does awesome things. Is it anything meta relevant? Hell no. But it's a fun deck, and it breathes new life into a deck that once was meta, and actually allows it to do something on a competitive level. To an extent. You know? And I like to do the same thing for heroes. I'm currently working on Shino Birds, Ancient Gear, and Crystal Beast. Because I like messing around with all these different decks that nobody gives a crap about. Or just nobody that matters, I guess. It's just such a shame. Because here I am, having a genuine fun time. You know, I'm going to be honest. I've been having a blast playing Yu-Gi-Oh! In the past few months. I've been hanging out with my friends more than I've ever had in the past few months. Which is hilarious, because we're not supposed to be hanging out, but hey, we're doing it anyway. And we're having fun. You know, one of my friends, he loves playing the big meta decks. And he really helps me see how, and he actually does enjoy it. He's one of the few people I've seen who actually gets a kick out of it. Who genuinely loves it. And we play a lot. And, you know, sure, I lose a lot. But hey, I also learn about how the big meta decks work, and I learn how to counter them. And hey, if you can figure out how to counter a meta deck with a non-meta deck, you can blow a person's mind. I'll never forget back when freaking ABC was tier 1. I read the metagame and saw that, oh, hey, Lunalights counters ABC really well. So, you know what I did? I built Lunalight. And even though one of my friends was like, hey, Lunalight's garbage, drop it, do something else, play anything else. You know what I did? I took it to my locals. My locals is a super competitive locals, by the way. Almost everybody plays competitive decks. There's only like a handful of other people like me who play low tier decks. And so I took my Lunalights, and I got one of my first ever tops at my locals with it. I will never forget round 1, I dueled against ABC. One of the best players who was playing it. I 2-0'd him because I figured out how to counter ABC, what to make in Lunalights, Leo Dancer, and what to do to counter his plays, and how to be able to make sure that my plays go off in his, against his. I made a right meta call with a low tier deck and was able to do really well with it. Heck, guys, I 2-0'd that guy so hard, like he didn't even get a chance to really even be able to like do anything against me, that he went and rage quit. He dropped out after that round. That is one of the big reasons why I like playing low tier decks. Because you can make something special out of something that people don't give a crap about, and then when you do, you can blow people's minds, and that just cathartic release. There's something just oh so wonderful about making somebody who thinks that only meta decks are good, that only meta decks are worth even considering or looking at, realize that, hey, maybe they aren't all like that. I don't know. It's just looking at the things right now and how we're probably not going to get to play the game like competitively. I just don't get why people want to focus so hard on the competitive nature at the moment. I really don't. This has been such a rambling rant. This is my third time trying to record it, and oh god, it's 15 minutes. So I just had to talk about this, because this is just something that's so annoying. The game is not dead. Play something else. Play a non-meta deck. Have fun with it. Learn to have fun with the game again. Find a deck that's not meta. Find some friends who want to play something else that's not meta. The meta sucks. The meta is dead. The meta is trash. Not the game itself. And you know, in coming times, when we get Dragoon, when we get the Numerons, oh well. I don't know what I'm going to do, because to be 100% honest, I fully expect the Numerons. I mean, I mainly want them for my personal number collection, but I fully expect the Numerons to be ridiculously high priced, especially, and they're probably all going to be short printed like every other good card is nowadays. And so is Dragoon, which I fully expect that to be short printed as well. And I'm not going to be able to get one until he's probably banned. It's going to suck, but I mean, you know, that's why I'll just be having fun with my crappy little deck. Probably playing Dragma, a deck that nobody cares about from what I can tell. Actually, from what I've seen, it's actually done okay, kind of. I don't know. I don't trust Japanese results anymore, especially since apparently the Infernoble Knights are actually like relatively good, which I just don't see how. I've played against it, and the deck gets destroyed even against my crappy low-tier decks. Like, I just 2-0'd a topping build of freaking in Noble Knights with my Shino Bird, so I don't know how that deck is doing well in Japan, but I digress. It just really annoys me that people just look at the issues with the metagame and don't look at the issues of the actual game. You want to talk about issues that would actually kill this game? How about stupidly overpriced cards that have no reason to be such? Okay, like Kitchen Dragon Maid. You want to talk about Dragon Maids? Oh my god, good luck actually building the deck. There is no reason to. You can invest the same amount of money into building like Adamantia in an actually good form, and you'd actually have a tier 1 deck. There's no reason to. And then heck, back when Dark Magicians was like first around and everything, and Zodiac was also around, I priced it out back then. You could have spent, so on the price for one Dark Magician deck, to build one Dark Magician deck, you could have spent that money on like 2 Zodiac deck. And it's the same case now. Like, what the hell? You know, it's just so stupid. And that is like my biggest personal issue. And then you got the ban list issues. Like, Konami just doesn't hit the right cards. Okay? S0 would not be an issue with the Numeron cards coming out if Konami would have banned S0 how many years ago instead of banning Argent Chaos Force? Why would they ban Argent Chaos Force and not just the actual problem itself? Okay? This game has legitimate issues. But the issues in the meta have been the issues with the meta for years now. And the fact that people are only now seeing it is just sad. Okay, that's my rant. I just really had to just get that off my chest. The game ain't dead. It's not. Okay? I mean, like, if you're a meta player, yes. If that's all you care about. If all you care about is what's the next meta deck, what's the next deck that I can just make a board of 50 negates and call it a day with, then yes, you're right. But, you know, maybe learn to have fun with the game instead of just, you know, doing what everybody else is doing. And you know, I'm sounding ignorant saying that, but I've seen so few people actually have fun playing meta decks, especially like in formats like now where it is just unfun because of how ridiculous it is with the 50 plus negates. Play a non-meta deck, have fun with the game. I don't get why people feel so just like they need to play the meta decks. You know, there's nothing wrong with playing meta. There really isn't, but you know, you don't have to only play the meta, especially right now when you can't, when there's no reason to, because there's no tournaments. The online tournaments don't really matter. You know, I guess if there's an actual like monetary incentive, go ahead, yeah. But I digress. That's all I've got to say. I just had to rant. This was something that was really on my nerves lately. It really bugged me. Hell, I might not even upload this video. I don't know. Anyways, guys, that's everything. Thank you all for watching. Rate, comment, and subscribe. I promise I'm going to have some new videos out this week. I finally have some free time, so I'm going to be hopefully getting up a new archetype analysis. You guys voted on it. The next one is Super Heavy Samurai. I can't wait to cover this deck. It's one of my favorites. It's got its flaws, but it is a fun deck. And wow, I didn't realize that. But it's one of my favorite decks, so I can't wait to cover it for you guys. It's going to be awesome, that's for sure. I've also got some other deck profiles I'm working on and some other things in the pipeline. So, oh yeah, I still got to get the top 20 worst decks ever made done, don't I? I did promise that a while ago. I promise I will get that out within the next week or two. That's my goal. So, anyways, guys, rate, comment, and subscribe down below. My PayPal's down below if you guys want to help me out in any way. Only do so if you're able to. Speaking of, there's my good old P.O. box down there too, and you know, consider being a channel member. It's only $1 a month and helps out me just a lot. Like, it would be really appreciative. Thank you all. Rate, comment, subscribe, and peace out. Thank you all for watching the video. Have a great day. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. Rate, comment, and subscribe, and see y'all later.